Here, they actually worship Prince Philip. It's a 20-hour trip on this ship. One of the hobbies people here have is playing with spiders and snakes. Chances are, you've never even heard of the country I'm in right now, probably not even the ones around it. I'm in Oceania, right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, in a place called Vanuatu. Most people don't know it exists, but it's full of amazing things. Like an active volcano you can actually visit. You can meet tribes still living the traditional way. You can try foods you've probably never heard of, and meet people that very few outsiders ever interact with. This is country number 90 for me. For me, Vanuatu is just the start of my journey across several countries here in Oceania. Come with me, I'll show you around.
Hello.
Right now I'm in Fiji, one of the Pacific Islands, and I'm heading to the airport to fly to Vanuatu. I only stopped here for one quick night in transit. But even the small village right next to the airport blew my mind. This country looks incredible. I'm definitely coming back after I finish touring the islands. But for now, I'm off to Vanuatu. But we have a problem in Vanuatu. I just got to the airport. The lady I was staying with didn't want to appear on camera, so I didn't film her. Let's go to Vanuatu. This is my first time flying Fiji Airways. As soon as the plane took off, the view was stunning. We could see clusters of islands near Fiji. The coral reefs from above looked absolutely surreal. We landed at a small northern bus station, airstrip. This is Vanuatu. After I got off the plane, I realized I had forgotten my passport.
Got my passport.
Okay.
Thank you.
Officially, I'm in Vanuatu. That makes it country number 90 for me. This is the airport. Now that I've arrived in Vanuatu, the first challenge, how do I even get to my hotel?
You know how I can get to Pango?
Pango?
Yeah, without taxi, like bus or something. There are buses?
Yes, you just stay on the road here.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Look one of the bus and up him.
Thanks a lot.
The taxi drivers told me there's no way I'd find a bus. But the moment I stepped out, there's a bus nearby. That one right there. Let's try to catch it.
Hi, so this is where we wait for the bus?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought finding a bus would be easy. People here are supposed to be really kind. Where are you kind people? Nice, that's a bus. Where are you going, bro?
Going Pango? Pango? Oh, no.
Come on, Vanuatu. Everyone on YouTube is watching you. Don't let us down. Make us proud, Vanuatu.
Downtown?
No, sorry.
Oh.
Open!
You go Pango or downtown? What is the language in Fiji?
I'm from here, but I don't know the Fiji language.
I mean Vanuatu.
Yeah.
What is language in Vanuatu?
Bislama is
Bislama.
yeah, the same like English. I'm from Tanna Island. I have different language.
We're getting close to my hotel. I found a small guest house, but since it's cheap, check out the road leading to it.
What's your name?
Albert.
Like Albert Einstein? Thank you. Have a good day.
Here it is. Wow, right on the sea. The taxi only charged me $2 from the airport. The airport taxis wanted $40, but this guy only asked for $2, so I gave him extra. Whenever someone's honest with me, I like to reward that. Albert's a good man, Seriously, such a good person. Here's my room. There are 8 beds, but I'm the only one staying here. I paid for just a single bed. It's giving prison cell. That's the end of day 1 in Vanuatu. Tomorrow, I'll tell you about the real challenge of this trip. Good night. Good morning. Let me tell you about my biggest problem here in Vanuatu. The place I want to visit most in the whole country is an island called Tanna. I booked a flight there last week, but because I'm super lucky, Air Vanuatu went bankrupt 2 days ago. They cancelled all the tickets without a refund, and I have no idea how to get there. It was literally the only commercial airline in the country. So after doing a bit of digging, I realized I only had 2 options. The first was to take something called an air taxi, which is basically a small private flight. Or to go by boat. But that trip would take nearly 20 hours. Keep in mind, Vanuatu is the most natural disaster-prone country in the entire world. So getting stuck on a boat in the middle of a storm isn't exactly the safest plan. But I'm still going. If I find a ship, I'll take it because I have to reach Tanna. Check out the hostel I'm staying at, right on the beach. It cost me $20 for the night. Technically, it's a dorm with 8 beds, but since I'm alone, it's basically a private room. This is my room. So I'm calling the private airline. If I find a group flying and there's an empty seat, maybe they'll sell it to me.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I want to ask if you have any flights going to Tanna in the next days. I want to go.
We got some flights going Saturday, but it's not really confirmed yet. If you can call back tomorrow, and we'll confirm if the flight's going down or not.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
The second option is the ferry company. The ferry company is not responding. I found another airline. Maybe I can get a ticket there. I arrived at the ferry's company. Oh, it's ringing.
Hello,
I want to ask if you have any flights to Tanna.
no, I don't have.
I came to the ferry company. I'm hoping to at least find a seat on the boat. It's my only hope.
There's the ferries to Tanna. So on the day of that trip. But for sure I will find a place, yeah? Thank you.
They told me to just come on the day of the trip. That day I can pay, get on board, and that's it. So, looks like I have a ferry ride on Saturday.
Yes, it's Kassem. How are you? Hi guys. How are you? Good, how are you?
Now that I've figured out how to get to the island, I took a full tour of the main island here in Vanuatu, checking out the culture, food, and daily life. This is a country almost nobody's heard of. So now I'm heading out on the tour.
What a coincidence!
We're half my wife's Palestinian, I'm half Lebanese Palestinian.
We just entered the villages in Vanuatu. We're going to a local tribe. The guide's taking us to his family.
This is my village. I got 6 brothers, so we all live together here.
Yeah, 6 brothers.
Yeah. So we all live together. It's like a family area.
How are you?
English, but you understand a little bit.
What's the language here?
The official language, English, French, and Pishlama.
What is Bishlama?
Pishlama is like a pidgin English type. That's a national language.
Okay.
But then there's probably about 400 different dialects.
Wow.
Each island, 83 islands, has its own dialect. When they speak, you don't have any clue what they're talking about.
Vanuatu has the highest number of languages relative to its population. They have over 100 languages. Charlie told me that among those 100 languages, there are around 400 dialects. So it's really hard to understand people when they switch from one island to another.
Say hi.
Say salam.
What's your name?
Eva,
And where are you from?
Palestine.
Palestine.
This is pure coincidence, guys. I met Ibrahim from Lebanon on this tour group, and
Hanadi from Palestine.
And Hanadi from Palestine. Honestly, didn't expect that. It was the surprise of the trip.
And lately we start building like we used to live on houses like this one.
Yeah.
So when cyclone hits, everything gone, fly away. So
how often do you have like natural disasters?
Every year. Vanuatu is meant to be like a disaster zone. So every year we get cyclones.
Every single year?
Every single year we get cyclones. If we're lucky, we don't get very big ones.
Yeah.
This is the kitchen. Looks like they're cooking something.
Is it what, sausages?
Yes. Eva, that's the kitchen over there.
Why are you telling her all of these things?
To show her how different it is here than to Australia, Sydney, the living.
Okay.
Let her see. They don't have much here. And they're happy.
Charlie's wife showed us how they cook one of their local dishes. She brought out a cassava root, peeled it, and started grating it.
We use the palm leaves. The stem has some spikes. We used to grate, but that one we use on big ceremonies.
But the cassava is cooked or?
No, it's raw.
Raw cassava.
Then she grabbed some leaves, stuffed them with the grated cassava, just like Arabs stuff grape leaves. I was amazed at the similarity.
We put in the pot and then cook in coconut cream.
This is coconut water.
You want to try taking? Yeah. No, the coconut water you just drank.
Yeah.
If there's a fresh cut, keep putting drops to it. It stops the bleeding and then seals the wound. When it's healed, you have no scar. Well, that's
So what do you need the shredded coconut for?
Cream.
Cream, you make cream from it.
You make cream.
Then she grabbed a coconut and started grating it. Once it was all grated, she squeezed it and out came fresh coconut cream. He explained that when you heat that cream, the oil naturally separates from it.
So what do you cook with it?
It's like our olive oil.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's clear, they cook a lot with coconut oil here.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. He's got a spider.
No.
Jacob.
yeah.
No, man. So none of the spiders and snakes in Vanuatu are venomous or poisonous?
No.
Zero.
Zero.
It's very scary, okay.
I've never let a spider touch my hand before. But today, we're challenging...
Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Take it, take it.
You did it.
Oh my God.
Kassem got it.
Come on, Ibrahim. Let's go. Let's go.
There!
So this is your game here? You play with spiders?
Yeah, one more time.
Wow.
Close enough that I
Just put
Okay, Nathan, once more.
Go, Marnie, you do it.
No, I'm fine, thank you. No,
There you go.
We have something called pest control at home.
Yeah. We're very
We
big
pay
on
someone to come kill everything.
If you look at this tree, there are 1,000 spiders up there. But the cool thing about Vanuatu, none of the spiders or snakes here are dangerous. In fact, one of the local hobbies is playing with spiders and snakes. Wow, it looks so interesting. You can do that safely here in Vanuatu because nothing's poisonous. But don't try this in Australia.
Nice meeting you.
We'll catch up soon.
Thank you very
We'll catch up
much.
soon.
We'll catch up soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is the kind of houses people live in here. And this is the local community in general. Bye-bye. On the way, we stopped by a school with the group I'm with. They brought gifts for the kids, big respect to them. They went around handing them out at several schools along the way.
Aywa.
heading to one of the waterfalls on this island. The trail to the waterfall passes through here. It's about a 5-minute walk. See all the people here? Vanuatu is a stop for cruise ships coming from Australia, so a lot of tourists get off for the day and take tours with local companies around the island. This is one of the spots they visit. Here's the waterfall. We finally reach. The place is gorgeous, especially if you want to swim. Check out the difference between English and Bislama. Shut the door slowly. That's normal English. And in Bislama, it's shutem door slow. It's so close to English, isn't it? One of the most famous spots on Ifate Island where we are is called Blue Lagoon. Check it out. The Blue Lagoon. Time to jump in and swim. Unfortunately, I can't jump from here because of my nose problem. You know me, I love doing all the crazy stuff, but not today.
Wow.
I just found out that the cruise only comes once a month, so I'm lucky. I just left the group. Back in town, let's take a little tour of Port Vila, or Vila as they call it. See that spot over there? There's a resort there, but this is a different island. Not the one we're on. Let me give you some general info about Vanuatu, since for most of you, this is the first time you've even heard of it. Vanuatu is part of a chain of islands in the South Pacific, a small archipelago made up of roughly 80 islands. Out of those, about 65 are actually inhabited by people. Their currency is the Vatu, and $1 is roughly 120 Vatu. They have the highest language density, 100 languages for just 330,000 people.
How are you? Hi. Can I ask you something? What is the most local food I can eat here?
Maniok. What here? Maniok.
Maniok. What else?
Maniok, banana.
No, but like local food for lunch.
Maniok, taro, and lablab. You know lablab?
I don't know lablab.
If you want it tomorrow lunch, you come and take.
Ah, now there is no lablab. In the Kava bar, I can find lablab. What is Kava?
Kava is one of our drink in Vanuatu, like beer. In Vanuatu, we blend it and we chew.
It has alcohol?
No, but
no alcohol.
No alcohol. You drink, then you just giving you sleep. You sleep.
What is your name?
James.
James. Nice to meet you, James. Thank you very much.
I went into the fruit and vegetable market in Port Vila, the capital. They sell things most of us have never seen back home. Like, check out this plant. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's cassava. Is this cassava? Yeah. It looks a lot like a potato. Most of their dishes are made from this.
Is there lablab now I can eat?
No.
It's finished.
Finished.
What time?
About
10.
9 to 10 o'clock. 9 to 10 o'clock.
Tomorrow morning, we're coming back here to try laplap.
And what is this?
Nut.
It's nuts?
Yeah.
What kind of nuts?
In Vanuatu, we call it natapoa.
Natapo. You just eat like this?
Yes.
I can taste one.
I have no idea what I'm looking at. Every stall seems to be selling something like this. It looks like peanuts stuffed on a skewer. All right, let's give it a try.
It's really nice.
Yes.
Okay, I want one. How much?
Weird. I've never seen a place selling this before. Not sure exactly what it is.
Just like this? How do you say thank you in Bislama?
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas.
This is really tasty. It tastes kind of like boiled almonds. Oh my god, what is this?
What is this? Huh? Pints.
Fresh coconuts picked today. Most of the things you find here you won't see in regular fruit and veggie markets back home. Look at this. This is cassava. And I have no idea what this other thing is.
What is this?
Taro.
Huh?
Taro.
Taro. First time to see it. Thank you.
They're selling crabs. Oh my god, they're still alive. All of them are still alive. This is my very first experience in the Pacific Islands. The first thing you notice here is that people are genuinely so kind. Everyone's smiling, people are always in a good mood, and this might have something to do with a local drink named Kava. I'll tell you more about that in a bit.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Why are people smiling all the time here?
Oh yes, because this country is, our country is like that, smiling people.
Yeah, why? They smile to everyone. It's like very nice people.
The class, you see another one and just smile.
Huh?
Not like all your country is. Our country is like that.
This was weird. I don't know if he was insulting my country or praising his.
Hello.
I hopped on a bus that passes all the major spots in the city center. So now, I'm going to introduce you to Kava. I told him I wanted to go to the Kava bar, and everyone around just started laughing. I guess they're not used to foreigners coming to drink Kava. I'll tell you the story behind it.
Kava is good. It's good. You drink Kava? Here you go.
We arrived at a bar called the Kava Bar. They serve Kava here.
This is all the Kava there is. First time to try, so it's good to take just a little.
Okay.
Better? Okay. How much is it? Huh?
It's okay, you can have it.
Free?
You can have it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She gave it to me as a gift. There are multiple windows. Each window has a different barista.
Hello, where is Palestine? Hello.
Hello.
We are from Vanuatu and we meet brother Kass from Palestine. So
Nice to meet you too. Cool. It's first time to try Kava.
First time?
First time. Is it good?
Oh yeah, man. But actually in our culture, we have to stand then we drink. But
Kava is made from the root of the kava plant. They dry it, chop it, grind it, mix it with water, and it comes out looking like muddy water. And it tastes like muddy water too. It's literally like drinking mud. And people here drink it because it's calming. If you drink too much, you might get dizzy or have some problems. But if you sip a little, it's like a gentle nerve tonic. That's why the locals are so relaxed and happy and chilled out. Let's give it a try.
Oh.
Bitter!
Oh, wow. Okay.
so how many months
Why do you drink Kava?
like our ancestors, they cover because they have to relax themselves if they work hard, and then in the afternoon, they have to take cover when the night times come.
To relax.
They relax.
The first thing I felt after drinking kava was my tongue going completely numb. It's really strange, so bitter. Tastes like mud. I think I took a very strong batch, the strong kind. Oh wow, it's so bitter. Before drinking this, I made sure it doesn't contain any alcohol, and from what I found, no one considers it forbidden. So cheers everyone. But before you drink, you have to stand up, because that's part of their culture. Definitely not finishing the cup. Wow.
So how old do you have to be to drink kava?
19.
18, 19.
18, 19. You can drink kava.
So you don't drink kava?
Some countries actually ban kava. It's kind of like a plant called khat, popular in Yemen and Ethiopia. They both have the same effect. They give you a relaxed feeling, and people here love it.
Do you drink it all at once?
Because when we take a share like this,
yeah,
we have to finish it. Like if you finished it, like finished all, and then you can sit and then you can feel what is going to happen.
What message do you have from Vanuatu to the world?
Message, it's like we all brothers and we all human beings and we all the same. We all have love each other's, like we are same brothers. Even though you came from the other mothers, but in Vanuatu we also respect you. We thank you when you came to our place. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh my god, that drink. So, we can officially say we tried kava. I said goodbye to the guys. Now I need to head back to the hotel because tomorrow is going to be a long day.
Nasama?
Good morning, everyone. I'm heading out to the ship right now. I think the departure part is all sorted out and should go smoothly. But honestly, the return trip is going to be the real challenge. So let's go and just hope for the best.
I'm going to Ferry. Have a good day.
This country is so prone to natural disasters that they actually have a special sign here just for tsunamis. It basically tells you that if a tsunami ever happens, you should run straight down this street to get to safety.
Tsunami evacuation road.
This is the Bislama language. See how close it is to English?
Tsunami evacuation road.
Before boarding the ship, I stopped by the market because I wanted to try lap lap.
Where is lap lap? This is lap lap?
Yeah.
What is it? So lap lap is the bread, yeah?
Yeah, banana.
Banana bread.
Yeah.
Okay, I want one. It's chicken on it?
Yes, chicken.
Honestly, it doesn't look too fancy, but it's their traditional dish, so we have to try it.
So how do you make this like?
And we make a big fire with a stone, hot stone, and we put it on the hot stone.
The lablab itself, it's what? Yucca?
No,
what?
it's a banana there. Right?
It's all banana?
Yes.
Ah, it's all banana.
With coconut cream and cabbage and chicken wing.
Here's the lap lap dish. The base dough is made from bananas. They put spinach and pieces of chicken on top, and underneath they place a banana leaf. You can't taste the banana at all. What comes through is the flavor of spinach and the cream. The look might not be very appealing, honestly, but the taste, I'd give it a solid 8. This is chicken. Even the chicken is tasty. So, this lap lap dish really surprised me. It's really, really delicious. Shout out to Lap Lap, because all the flights aren't running. Look at the number of people just waiting to go to Tanna.
Going to Tanna?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. We wait here? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
My entire trip to Vanuatu is just about reaching this one island. Honestly, I didn't even know much about this country until I saw that volcano in Tanna. This whole journey is just to get there. Even if it means flying or whatever it takes, I have to make it there. The ship only leaves once a week, and it was a huge challenge to figure out which day, since every week's schedule changes. Thank God I made it. Look at all these people. Look. The moment of truth has arrived.
Hello. I want to buy a ticket.
Wait a little bit.
Oh my God. How cute are you? I'm afraid they'll tell me at the end that there are no tickets left.
Andrew?
Look at how many people brought pillows and mats to sleep because they're staying here tonight. And I didn't prepare anything. I have no food, no bedding, no water, nothing at all. Thank you. I secured the ticket. Goodbye, my bag. I can't take it upstairs because there's no space. They said I also have to leave my backpack outside. Wow, this guy came prepared. He brought his own mat. And here I am, totally unprepared. I secured my trip to the island, so all's good. This is the situation on the boat. Everyone's on the floor. Feels a bit chaotic. The island I'm heading to, Tanna, is famous for a movie called Tanna. Very good movie. I'm watching it for the first time now, and Grandpa is watching it with me. Look how happy he is. I even gave him one of my ear pods.
Good? Yes?
He was surprised because I was watching something about his island. He got so happy. Look at him. Goodbye, E-Fate Island. We're heading to Tanna. We've got a long trip ahead of us, anywhere between 15 to 20 hours, depending on our luck and the weather. I managed to find a spot inside where there are a few seats, but most of the passengers are sitting on the floor. Check out the space inside. This is the lounge. Business class area. This is my first time on a real sea, like proper sailing. We're out in the middle of the ocean. Oh God. Rest in peace, Kassem. If you're watching this video, it means I'm still alive. Sailing to search for the One Piece. Oh my God. Anyone with seasickness, this place is not for you. The front part was packed with people until they got totally soaked. A big wave came at them and they ran. They turned on the lights in our lounge.
Are you from Tanna? Yeah. Yeah? Is it always like this, the sea?
Always.
So it's normal like this? Okay. That's nice.
That's what people call South Sea.
The South Sea,
yeah.
Always rough, okay. Yeah, it's nice so far.
Night fell. Apparently, this is normal. The ship keeps rocking, so this is the first time we're getting tossed around. Everyone's sitting outside. It's kind of better to sit outside, but it's cold.
Are there any foreigners who come with these ships?
Yes, yes. You should see some 1 or 2 or 3 foreigners here.
But not many?
Not many. Not many. They prefer going into smooth traveling and have a taste of adventure. Come follow the sea and come down south.
It's nice, it's nice. It's not bad.
As soon as I told the group here I'm Jordanian, Palestinian, they said, "Oh, you're the terrorists." I told them, "Looks like your media unfortunately follows a Western narrative. So let me explain the story of Palestine."
You know, in 1948, what happened? And now, if you are a Jew in Vanuatu, you can go to Israel and say, "I'm indigenous here," and they will give you citizenship. But my grandfather, he never could go back to his house. So what we are doing now is fighting for freedom. What did you know about Palestine before?
The stories that we heard from TV is that Palestinians are creating wars between Israel and US and all those peoples. And so because of that, we consider Palestinians are bad people.
Ah, really?
And now we've heard the side of the story. So
you changed your mind?
Yeah.
Morning came. We arrived, I think we're close. This is the island, look there. It's been a tiring trip, but it's a new adventure. Welcome to Tanna Island. Goodbye. I just hope I can find a plane to leave.
The bags come outside?
Yeah, later.
Thank you.
Now, we have to wait for our luggage. They told us to go out first, and they'll bring our bags. Looks like this segment is going to take longer than the whole boat trip.
Hey! This is like a show. Now we need someone to go dancing in the middle. Oh!
Due to the chaos, they decided to put all the remaining bags in this truck and take it outside, and then we'll get our bags from there.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Ah, finally.
God, 3 hours of waiting just to take my bag. What you see here above me is the flag of Vanuatu. That design on it looks kind of like an elephant's tusk, I think, and inside it there's a bundle of wheat. These two elements represent peace and wealth.
Ah, man, I need your help.
Okay.
My flight is on Wednesday to Fiji.
Really?
So I need to find a flight back before that day.
Okay.
Thomas has a treehouse across from the volcano.
Hi, Thomas.
So I'm going to stay at his place tonight and he'll show me around this island, Tanna. Tanna Island, where we arrived, is south of the main island we were on, and this island is known for its volcano. They have an active volcano, meaning you can climb it and see the lava from above. Besides that, they have their own customs and traditions, special clothing, even a movie was made about them. I think it won the Oscar for Best Foreign Film one of the years. This film really made the island famous. We'll explore the island together during today and tomorrow.
So since the liquidation of Air Vanuatu, you don't have any more international tourists?
No.
Zero?
Zero.
I'm the first one after the liquidation.
Yes. After the liquidation, that you are the first one.
The liquidation of the main airplane in Vanuatu had a big impact on tourism in Vanuatu, so all the smaller islands that people used to visit via that airline lost all their visitors. We decided the first thing to do was go to a village where you can see how the local tribes live. Just in case I find a plane tomorrow morning, I want to make sure I did everything. The areas we're driving through to reach the village are unreal. I felt like I had landed in paradise. Wow, guys, look at the palm trees and all of that greenery, that green color. It's really beautiful here. Honestly, it feels like we've reached the ends of the earth.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
My name is Kami.
Nice to see you, Kami.
Nice to see you too.
How are you today? Let me come.
Yakel village, Yakel.
Shikel village.
Yakel, Kassem village.
I arrived at a village of one of the tribes living here. They call it the custom village. And it's named that because the people here still live the same way their ancestors did, just like back in the day. Like their parents and grandparents. The first thing you notice is how they dress. They just wear a bunch of grass to cover their private parts, and the rest of their body is exposed.
So you live like this all the time?
All the time.
This is your house?
Yes, we have 15 families.
Okay.
Out in the 15 families, 185 people live in this village.
As soon as I arrived, this man showed up. He's the village guide, and he's going to take me on a tour to see everything. Where they live, what they do, what they wear, and what they eat.
You watched the movie Tanna?
Yeah, Tanna movie from here.
It's from here, this village?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, really.
Ah, you have the actors?
Yeah, the people are acting, they are in the meeting place now. Those houses is for the people we provided the children, the kids.
Okay.
Families. Father and mothers live in one house. Daughters live in one house. Sons live in one house. This village.
How are you?
We have only one chief in this village, and that is his house, and that is his wife is going down.
This is Kava.
Kava plant.
Okay.
We're digging the roots and we're cleaning. The young boys too, for the men just like me and some of us. You see my teeth. When I was a little boy,
yeah,
I see the Kava from my grandfather and my father every day.
So you chew it and then they take the water out?
Yeah, they mix with water.
Yeah.
Squish it in a bowl. That's the Kava plant. Come in.
Ah, this is the kitchen.
Cooking house. Kitchen belongs to Chief Alvi and his families. Just like father and mother went to the garden in the other side of the river. They bring their food here, and the mothers are cooking here. 1, 2, 3, 4 mothers cook in this kitchen.
They still cook the traditional way, so this isn't really a tourist experience. Sure, we have a guide, but the people here genuinely live like this every day. As you can see, there was a fire here, but no one is cooking now. There's a fire pit here, another one there, and over there that lady is working on something. Here she is preparing a plant called taro. It grows underground like a potato, but it's found here in this country. Thank you. And this is something they call yam. It looks like a potato, but it's something different. Honestly, it tastes like a potato. They also grow coffee here. This is a coffee plant.
The people live here, and they grow their gardens in the outside. Go down to the river, the outside.
Down the river?
Yes, the outside of the river.
This is what the men use to cover themselves, cover their private parts. What is it called?
Numbers.
Like in Harry Potter.
It's what the men using, just like me.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Lubbock means
Nice to meet
Hello.
you.
Good morning.
Luabek.
Yeah.
Luabek. Luabek. He was in the movie too, right?
He was in the movie and this one. This.
Ah, I remember. I remember him.
He went to England in 2007. He went to England to visit Prince Philip.
One of the strange things about them here is that they revere Prince Philip. They say their ancestors once lost a small child who had traits similar to Prince Philip. Because of that, the people here consider him a sacred figure, almost like a spiritual presence. You could even say they worship him. In fact, many people from this village have traveled to Britain and actually met Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Lue.
Woo! Woo!
This is Albi.
Oh.
5 of them
Yeah.
went to England and visited him.
What does Prince Philip mean to him? He's like your lost son, or he's holy man, or what? What?
He's holy man.
Holy man.
Holy man.
Only this tribe or many tribes in Vanuatu?
The island of Tanna.
The whole island?
In this island. Before, this is in the spirits.
Can you imagine? This village used to get lots of tourists who came to see how they lived, but now it's been a whole month without a single visitor.
Were you surprised to see me now?
Yes, always surprised because in 1 month, never tourists coming up.
This is their traditional dancing.
Luebuk! Luebuk!
Honestly, they're amazing, but I wish I wasn't all alone here.
And then the last things that we can see is dancing, and that's our livings.
Yeah.
In the village.
Amazing.
This is the volcano, everyone. See all this smoke coming out of the crater? Look at the area around the volcano. It's almost entirely covered by volcanic ash, forming a layer. It's huge, and it kills all the trees around it. See this area, it's different from the rest of the island. There are no trees here. See? The nature here is so beautiful, like someone drew it.
So that's a symbol of respect. My wife, she will.
Thank you.
You are not
Thank you so much.
a normal person. That means you are important.
Thank you.
In our family.
I'm staying in a treehouse. His house is built on a tree, look. It's beautiful, everyone. Look at the view. Have you ever spent a night in the sky? I rested for a few hours in the treehouse after that long boat trip. Now we're heading to the volcano, the most important spot on the entire island of Tanna. It's actually the easiest active volcano in the world to reach, and you can even see the lava bubbling right inside. The place we're staying in is actually a local house. They live here. They've added a few extra rooms for tourists. That's why we can stay here. Otherwise, it's their real home. And if we take a look at the soil here is all volcanic ash. And this causes problems for them. They can't farm here. Anything they plant dies.
7:30 a.m. I have to be at the flight.
What is 7:30?
Okay, I will be there.
All right. That's the only chance.
Yeah, I will take it for sure.
A little while ago, I got a call saying there's a seat on the plane tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'll have to leave this island, but at least I'll be able to catch my next flight. Now I arrived at the volcano gate. Now we're heading up to the volcano. The cool thing about this volcano is that by car, you can go right up to the crater. See how the smoke is coming out of the ground. There's no clear opening. There's smoke without any vent. The crater of the volcano is in that direction, over there. We're going to see the lava. It's truly a majestic sight. The ground around us is all lava. All of it. These are solidified lava flows. Just like the ground we saw in Iceland. The nature of this area is entirely volcanic.
So welcome to Tanna volcano.
So where are you from? Is it every day that people see lava?
Yeah.
Every single day?
Yeah.
The volcanic landscape makes this place different from anywhere else.
Just to remind you?
They call it mountain ball.
Wow, look at what we're seeing, guys. I never imagined in my life that I'd be standing on the edge of a volcano and seeing lava. Should I share my observations about the place? First, every time there's an eruption, your ear closes. And after every big eruption, you can actually feel the air being sucked back into the volcano. I'm not sure what the scientific explanation is, but that's exactly what happens. And the whole place smells of sulfur.
Wow.
Wow, roughly every 10 minutes, there's a very big eruption happening, and the view is unreal. I mean, as soon as the fire comes from below, the view in front of you is intense. Honestly, the last time it erupted, I was genuinely scared. I wanted to run away.
That was huge.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this? Amazing. I came back to the volcano this morning. Good morning. I came to see it at sunrise. There's still about 15 minutes left for the sunrise. It's unreal, guys. Such a majestic view. Sadly, I can't capture the volcano the way I'm seeing it with my own eyes, since I don't have professional cameras. I flew the drone a little while ago. I saw how the lava is boiling underneath. Incredible view. The color of the flying lava. There are no words to describe it at night, in the darkness, with glowing red streaks, a horrific color. It weakens, then grows stronger. It looks like a million pieces scattered around like stars, but it's as if the stars are rising from inside the earth. I don't know how to explain it. Besides, in reality, this scene is truly impossible for a camera to capture. The sun came out from behind the clouds. The island in the morning. Look at the beautiful sunrise, the color of the trees, and the sea behind it. This scene is unreal. Oh my God.
How important is the volcano to the custom?
Now you can see that there's 4 holes there.
Yeah.
And this represents our tribe here.
And is it like a holy site?
As far as I know, this is a sacred site for the local tribes. They treat the volcano here as something holy. They feel warmth from it. I'm watching the sunrise right now, and it makes me think, at the end of the day, the sun itself is just made of burning lava. Very deep, I know. Honestly, the sunrise is much more beautiful than the sunset. If anyone comes here, I know no one will come, but it's better to see the sunrise than the sunset. The place is half volcanic nature, half trees and forests. I need to be at my flight in about an hour, and we're a bit late. The drive there takes 1.5 hours. Imagine if I miss the plane. Honestly, if it weren't for the reckless driving of our friend Thomas, we'd still be half an hour away. I wanted to tell him not to rush. Safety is more important than the plane. But right now, the plane is more important to me than my own safety, because I have a long journey ahead and I need to get there. Thanks to Thomas, everyone, who was with me here in Tanna. Anyone who wants to stay in his treehouse, I'll put the place name in the description. Thanks a lot, brother. This is the airport. Well, not a proper airport, but you got me. This is the waiting room at the airport. Our plane just arrived. This is the plane we'll be returning on. Thank God I found a seat. We're back on Ifate Island now. The ticket from Tanna to the main island cost me about $120.
Thank you.
Life here on the island feels so laid back. People just relax by the ocean, leaving behind all their worries and stress from everyday life. Everyone seems content, just living in their own rhythm, happy and at peace. That's the end of our trip, everyone. Heading to the airport now. Thank you. Last shots of Vanuatu. Most likely you won't see this country again for a long time. Hardly anyone comes here.
Really enjoyed it. The people are always smiling here.
Everywhere you go, you see people connected.
Is it because of Kava?
Yes.
Thank you, brother.
I'm at the airport, wrapping up our trip in Vanuatu. I'm about to leave this beautiful country. I'm traveling to Fiji, and from Fiji to a new country. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. We got to know a bit about Vanuatu. The best thing here has to be the people's smiles. Honestly, I'm a bit shy to admit that I came all the way to a country in the Pacific Ocean and still haven't gone for a swim. Hopefully in the next video, we'll get to enjoy more of the ocean together. May your journeys be many. Goodbye.